Hi, I'm Paul Wilson, creator of the Body Swing and the director of the Paul Wilson Golf School at Bears Best Las Vegas. In this tip, I'm going to show you how to get more driver distance. All right, so recently I had a student come out and we shot his swing from up above and then we compared it to my swing from above. So a big part of getting more driver distance is understanding why you're not getting the distance. So I think you're going to find this pretty interesting, the comparison between our swings. When you see this, it's going to kind of dawn on you what you need to work on in your swing, and once you do, you'll be able to get more distance as well. I hope you like this tip. If you do, hit the like button. Also subscribe to my channel, then click on the bell so you're notified when I post new tips, and definitely tell all your friends about my tips. You know, there's so many other people out there that would like to be able to hit their driver longer as well. If you tell them about this tip, it'll help them too. So here's my student on the left. He came in from Norway for a golf lesson. He is actually a golf pro, kind of lost his swing, and over the last probably 20 or 30 years, he's been trying to find it. So he came to me for a lesson, and while he was here, we actually went out to play a round of golf. And I was literally hitting the golf ball anywhere from 60 to 100 yards past him. So I thought this would be a pretty interesting tip, going through some of the things he was doing that was costing him distance. So, you know, if you can kind of just take a look at your own golf swing, maybe you're doing a few of these things. So if you can work on trying to fix them, you'll hit the golf ball a lot longer as well. So, all right, so I got us at 3/4 back here. This is top-down view, of course. So I'm just going to go through some of the things that, were causing him to lose distance. So first thing right here, you can see that he's actually letting go of the golf club right here. Okay, so, when you let go of the club, you're going to have to grip back on with your hands. And as soon as you grip back on, now you're going to be hitting with your hands and arms instead of using your body. All right, so that's just one area right here. So as we continue back, he actually doesn't look bad. He's moving his head, his shoulders are coiling. I'm moving my head, loading onto this back instep. So I'm getting to the top right here, in this area. So, if he were to stop right about there, maybe right about there, that might be pretty good right there. But you're going to see in a second that he goes back a lot longer. So we had the letting go of the grip, and then right here you can see that his club face is open right there. My club face is actually square right there. He's getting a little too much breakdown in the lead arm right here. Okay, so like I said, if he were to just stop there, make a few little adjustments, he'd be in a pretty good position. But he doesn't actually do that. So watch what he does here. So he actually goes way too far past parallel right here. So you can see now we've got a lot of breakdown in the lead arm. Okay, and then the golf club obviously is way too far back. So what's going to happen from here, if you do a really long backswing, you are going to pull with your arms because you need to catch back up to your body rotation right here. So that is going to activate your arms, and the harder you hit, the tighter your wrists, the slower the golf club is going to move. So, be very careful not to go too far past parallel like this, and also be very careful not to break down too much in the arm. You can see mine right here. I have a little bit of a bend in my lead arm, and I am totally fine with that. I actually don't want you to be rigid with the lead arm, because I'm trying to keep your arms, relaxed, and you not trying to hit that golf ball as hard as you can with your arms. So a little break is fine, but when you hit the golf ball, it needs to get back to an extended position. You don't want it broken when you hit the ball. And there are a lot of pros that have broken their arm. Okay, Jack Nicklaus, Tom Watson, John Daly, Freddie Couples, the list goes on and on and on. A lot of pros break their arm, a lot of them keep it straight. So it's okay to break it a little bit. All right, so in transition here, let's see what happens. So like I said, he is going to try and pull this club down. See how he's kind of pulling it down right in here. You're going to see his arms kind of start moving here. See, he's trying to pull it back down so it catches back up to his body. Okay, let's watch what I do. So I'm going back like this, and you can see as I go back, I'm not even at the top yet. And if you look right down in here, you'll see that I've already started to move my lower. See, I'm moving the other direction. So I'm going to fire the lower body to move that club down. I am not going to try and pull that down in any way with my arms. So that's another way I'm getting power. I'm firing my lower body. All right, so, you know, that is something that I teach. I want everybody powering the swing with their lower body. So you'll see he pulls it down, and he actually doesn't get into that bad of a position right here. You know, it's pretty good. You can see that the club kind of wiggled a little bit in his hands right here. And actually, there's another little area that I want you to be aware of. Remember I said if you let go of the club, you will grip back on. So watch right here. You'll see that his hand starts gripping back on right there. So that is a pure indication that he is starting to tighten up his hands. Tighten your hands. You're going to hit with your hands and arms instead of your body, and you will just lose all sorts of power. All right, so we're coming in like this. So what's the difference here? You know, we look pretty similar. Well, if you take a look at my knees right here, my knees are facing the ball. My belt buckle is facing the ball. And that is when my lead arm is at the 3/4 down point. All right, so you can see his knee right here is still facing over here. So his other knee would be over here, and his belt buckle would be over here. So that's what I'm saying about firing the lower body. You really got to get that body moving. So I like the hips and knees facing the ball when that lead arm is parallel to the ground. All right, so that would be moving your body first in the downswing. All right, so let's keep moving on here. So you can see where his knees are right in here. So now his knees are back to the ball, hips are back there, you know, but he's doing it there. I'm doing it back, you know, with the club way back there. So I'm going to create more release with the golf club, more club head speed. All right, so when we come into here, I'll just bring me into this area too. And what you're going to see right here is, you know, let's take a look at the amount of lag he has. So there's his lead arm, there's his golf club. You can see my lead arm is here, my golf club is here. So I have a little bit more lag at this point. All right, and like I was saying before, there's my one knee, there's my other knee. My belt buckle is already past the ball. He's just facing the ball. All right, so let's come on in towards impact. And you're going to see, because he started using his arms, he literally lost all of that lag right there. He has pretty much zero lag when he's coming in to hit the ball. So we're going to bring me closer, and you can see that I still have this angle right here. Okay, so that's, you know, part of the club, you know, releasing. So you're not going to be holding a, you know, more lag angle than that. The club is starting to release here, which is generating the speed. All right, but when you have no lag like that, that is seriously going to lose you some power. All right, so that's another little difference. Lag, that's always a good thing to be working on if you know that you're not lagging the club properly. All right, so now a big part to this is how he is actually hitting the ball. So let's take a look right here at his golf club. And what you're going to notice is from right here, he's actually not bad. He then sends it a little bit outside the line right here, and he cuts across the ball. Okay, so his club is actually working slightly this way. Okay, my club is going to work more down the line here. Okay, so you're going to see that in a second. So see how he cuts across it right here. See how close his club is to the stick right here? Okay, but his club was that far from the stick over there, and now he cuts across. So when you cut across it like that, you're not making direct contact with the ball. So now take a look at my club right here. So my club's going to come in just slightly from the inside. I'm going to hit the ball, and then my club's going to work to the inside. So you can see it's just a very slight arc here. So I'm going to make contact, you know, very direct contact right there. You can see the ball's hitting the middle of the face, and then the club is working on that arc. All right, so like I said, he cut across the ball. That is a serious power loss. And then also right in this area here, you're going to see that his club, or the ball actually hits the toe of the club right there. And then his club face opens right here. So he was actually hitting the ball a little too high, and he did have a slight fade on pretty much every shot that he hit. And that is why. So he's coming in, he's cutting across it, face opens up, and adds a little bit of loft, and he gets a little bit of that fade. All right, so you can see that my club face, you know, when it's coming in, so right in there, you can see it's, let me compare it to where he is. So you can see that his face looks like this. Okay, my club face is looking like this. Okay, so he opened the club face. So the coming over the top is a huge, huge problem. Most golfers I see come over the top, and that is why that is a, you know, a real, you know, serious problem that you want to start fixing immediately. So to fix that, you want to feel like you're staying behind the ball a little bit more, and definitely don't hit the ball with your arms. Okay, when you hit with your arms, you will send it over the top. And remember, he did a big long backswing right here, long swing. So when you do a long swing like that, you're going to have the tendency to hit with your arms, and that'll send it over the top. All right, and then of course, you know, open face, that is definitely not good, because it's going to add loft to your club, which will create too much backspin and potentially some slice spin on the ball. All right, so now let's take a look also as we're coming in here. So he goes to hit the ball right there, and you can see his lead knee right here. His other knee would be here, and his belt buckle would be in this area here. So he's just barely ahead of it right there. So if we back me up right here, you can see that my knee right here, that one's over there, that one's over there, and my belt buckle is going to be over here. Okay, so I've still rotated a little bit more because I'm really powering it with my body instead of my hands and arms. All right, so then he goes through, and you know, he's not looking too bad right here. And then even into here, so there's no, you know, real chicken wing or anything. That would be another thing that would cost you power. So if you were doing a chicken wing, but he's not doing a chicken wing right here, so he's actually okay there. You can see my lead arm is back to straight again right here. And then as we go through like this, okay, into the follow through, you can see that this wrist right here is in a little tricky position here. Looks like he had the face open and then he tried to roll it over, but the ball was already hit by then. And then he kind of goes here. You know, I'm going to have that extension on my arm too, lead extension here. And then I'm going to get all the way through it here. Ideally, when you finish, you want to try and get that golf club, you know, pretty much perpendicular like this. Okay, you can see his club is way over here. That typically indicates somebody that's, you know, tightening up a little bit through impact and not letting the club release properly. All right, so numerous things there. Grip, we want a nice solid grip on the club. I want you to have a secure grip and loose wrists. Then I want you to check your backswing length. So don't go back too far, you know. With a driver, you want the club right around here. You want to be around parallel with your driver. Okay, you don't need to be going way back, or even too short is a problem too. you know, because you don't have a lot of time to get that club head speed. Okay, so from there, we're not going to try and pull the club down with our arms. Okay, right here, you want to do what I was doing. You want to feel your body moving. See how my body's moving? That's going to move the club. Your club isn't going to stay up there forever. If you start moving your body, your arms are going to follow. And if your wrists are loose, that's how we're going to get this lag, you know, coming into the downswing right here. You're going to get your lag angle. Okay? So, not hitting. We're going to use our body. Then you'll make direct contact. So right in around here, when the club shaft is getting parallel to the ground, you want to be parallel to the stick, the alignment stick right here. Okay, so we can attack a little bit more from the inside to square to inside. Okay, so that cutting across it, that is a huge, huge problem. And then, of course, fully releasing the golf club so that the face, you know, releases too. You don't want to hit it with the face open. Okay, so that's going to be a huge problem too, because then you're going to get slice spin on your ball. And if the ball has slice spin, you know, it's going to go too high and potentially slice and, you know, lose you power. All right, so just thought this was a pretty interesting view here. Hopefully you have, you know, seen a few little areas of the swing. These were costing him distance, so if they were costing him distance, you know, they would cost you distance as well. So, you know, check out some of my other tips. I've got tips on all of these different areas right here, and hopefully we can get you some more distance too.
I truly hope you've enjoyed this tip. You know, I've been teaching a powerful, effortless, pain-free golf swing now since 1991. If you'd like to learn this type of swing, then head on over to bodyswing.com/free samples, click the link up here or in the description below, and I'll send you some free samples of my Body Swing book and video series that take you step by step by step through how to build a powerful, effortless, pain-free golf swing. So once again, head on over to bodyswing.com/free samples, click the link up here or in the description below, and I'll send you the free samples right away.